Hello
Okay.
and welcome to Birmingham Cathedral. I'm Jane, I'm your tour guide today, and the cathedral was built in 1715. It's a Baroque church and it became a cathedral in 1905. It was built because Birmingham was becoming bigger and a new parish church was needed, and the church was built up here on a hill overlooking medieval town of Birmingham, and there was a little stone wall that went all the way around the outside, and all around here at that time it was mainly fields. There's now a cathedral here and a churchyard that you can see with lots of different gravestones and memorials in it.
Daily church life started with the first baptism on 7th of October 1715 of the son of Isaac Wolfe. The baby was named Philip. Once established, the church attracted a fashionable audience in the 18th century, and the area became a popular place to be seen. Matthew Bolton of Soho House, a successful metal manufacturer, was baptized here. And Dr. John Ash, founder of the General Hospital, worshipped and was buried here. The windows were designed by Sir Edward Burn, and they are remarkable for their ability to speak to both art lovers and Christians alike. They represent the life of Jesus, with the Nativity, the Ascension, the Crucifixion, and the Last Judgment, created in 1896.
This is an image of Birmingham Cathedral as it looked in 1732. This is Colmore Row here, which today is full of buses and traffic, and that's where all the bus stops are. This building is the Bluecoat School, and that was a school that was built for poor children in the parish of St Philip's. And they formed the first choir at St Philip's, and they wore little blue coats and would walk across the churchyard to sing in the choir at the church. This is the rector's house here. This is where the rector or the vicar of the church would have lived. And these are some fine Georgian houses that were in that position right up until 1957. They've now been destroyed, and this is where House of Fraser is. And you can just see down this roadway here, down to where St Martin's in the Bullring is.
Oh yeah.
And it was because St Martin's had become too small for the number of people that wanted to go to a service that St Philip's was built. And you can see that it's a very fine building with lots of arched windows, concaves and convexes, this distinctive tower with a dome and a little cupola at the top, and this balustrading that goes all the way around the edge here. Something really significant happened called the Oxford Movement, which is basically a change in the way people worshipped. And it meant that church and worship, coming to church, became less plain, and it became much more elaborate. There was much more focus on music, on the Eucharist, which is when you take the bread as part of Holy Communion. And at that time, a lot of churches in the country changed their interiors and changed their exteriors as well. They had like new things added on. And here at Birmingham, an architect called Chatwin added on about 22 feet to the chancel. This area here is known as the chancel. And in that, he put some stunning, amazing stained glass. He also moved the organ from the back of the church up to the front. So this is a statue of somebody called Charles Gore, and he was the first Bishop of Birmingham, and he had been the Bishop of Worcester, and St Philip's Church in Birmingham was in the Diocese of Worcester. And Charles Gore decided that there really needed to be a Diocese of Birmingham, and he became the first bishop of this diocese. He didn't want to waste money on building a new cathedral, which would be his seat, and instead he chose to repurpose an existing parish church and turn that into the cathedral. And that is exactly how St Philip's Parish Church became Birmingham Cathedral.